When Nimai was born, everyone felt great ecstasy. They didn't know where it was coming from, but they felt fulfillment, they felt love, they felt joy, and they felt eagerness and anticipation. Like they were waiting for something really special, ecstatic. So in the meantime, Nimai, after this pastime with the Brahmin, he said, don't tell anyone. If you tell anyone, I'll curse you. Sometimes the Vaishnavas will speak like that also. Don't tell anyone about me. Don't tell anybody my name. Don't tell anyone. I'm just a cook. I'm just simple. I'm just servant of the servant of the servant. Don't tell anyone about me. Keep it confidential. So Sachinandan said, I am just a simple village boy. Because when he saw that he was the Lord, naturally he just wanted to go tell everyone. He said, no, keep it quiet. So he said, okay, no problem. And Nimai's pastimes continued. When he was a little boy, he started being very naughty. He would roam about the village with his friends and play pranks and wreak havoc and do so many naughty things. Lord Nityananda wasn't so naughty. Lord Nityananda was very peaceful, very gentle, but very ecstatic. And he would do these leelas of Krishna's pastimes, Ram's pastimes. Srivas, we heard a little bit about Adwaita Acharya. Adwaita Acharya was very ecstatic always, but very sober. He was like guru. All of Navadvip, he was Vaishnav guru. Not everyone in Navadvip was Vaishnav. Many were worshippers of Durga, and they say they are worshipping Durga. What are they really worshipping? Their own desire for sense enjoyment. Durga is great as long as she gives us lots to enjoy. Here, Durga, eat this buffalo. Here, Durga, eat this goat. And here's another 1,000 of their friends, eat them also. And let's have a big festival. Goat festival, buffalo festival. And they think, oh, this makes Durga happy. This makes Durga happy or it makes your tongue happy. But they like this form of Durga, their tongue out. Why? Their tongue is always out. And so they worship this form. I want to eat blood and flesh. This is my religion. Material enjoyment. And meat and sex. This is the goal of life. And one more ingredient, alcohol. Meat, sex, alcohol. Animals, they don't get to drink alcohol. This is the goal of human life. Animals can eat meat and have sex, no problem. But human beings, we also drink alcohol. That is success. A lot of meat, a lot of partners, a lot of alcohol, success of life. So this is worshipping Durga. Is it really? Maybe in some tamasic way. But Adwaita Acharya was very disturbed. And so he was doing his bhajan and waiting. He said, if I start now, I'm too eager for these pastimes to start. And if I start, this is one of his bargaining chips with the Lord. He was saying, Gauranga, you have to come. And if you don't come, who knows? If I get started, I might just wrap up this whole Kali Yuga early. I might just close the whole show down. So you should come. Otherwise, I will destroy everything. If I start dancing, game over. I have to Vishwa Pralay. So he was waiting. But when Nimai was born, he was very happy. But he was also going to check. Guru will always check. This is in his mood. He was playing, right? Is this the Supreme Lord? He was checking. But Srivas, he was also a very powerful devotee, and he was the group leader. That's why we say Srivas Adi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. All the Gaur Bhaktas, without Srivas Pandit, how will you come into that family of Gauranga? It's so high. Gadadhar Pandit Radharani in a very hidden role. Nityananda, Mahaprabhu. How are we going to reach them? But Srivas for everyone. Adwaita Acharya also, family life. Nityananda, Gadadhar, Pandit, Mahaprabhu, all renunciants. But Gadadhar, no, Srivas and Adwaita, so merciful. Family life. Family life is very good. Everyone should get married, have many children, nice family, and also worship the Lord. No problem. It's very good. We have family life, beautiful, very beautiful representation here. Very pure, very honorable, very sacred. Adwaita Acharya's mercy, showing how to live proper family life. He had many sons. There's pastimes we'll tell later on, maybe in the next nights. And Srivas Pandit also, very pure, great devotee, and very good family man and village leader. And they were the rebels. We think, when Mahaprabhu came, everything was good, everything was fine, everyone worked together, everyone got along, everyone was in the same group, same party. You might think like that, right? Only now people think we're weird and different, and why do you put this on your face? Why do you put these on your neck? I heard our Jainitai told me today, he was walking me around Vilnius. He said when he was younger and he was doing a coaching seminar and someone saw these weird, choker. We call it in the West chokers, They say, what kind of choker is that? That's what you call it in the West, a choker. We call it that here also, choker. So, Jainitai was telling me, they saw what is this around your neck? It was like slightly hidden, and he showed it, and they said, psst. Watch, Why? Danger. Pagan. Satan worshiper. Stay back. Be gone. Take some holy water. He said, I also have holy water. My water is holier than your water. Idam achamaniyam, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu, Shri Vishnu. So their time was also very difficult. Adwaita and Srivas were close friends because they liked bhakti. And they would do bhakti together and they would worship the supreme Nirgun Paratattva, supreme transcendental truth. Srivas, even with Vaishnavas, so he went to a group of devotees. Srivas Pandit, this is one of the famous Srivas Pandit stories. And he went to a Bhagavat Saptaha where everyone was speaking the Bhagavatam. And there was one great Pandit, very learned person. But what is real learning without humility, without grace, without devotion, without respect? It's all book knowledge and erudition meant for only as a vocation. This is called cheating. To only learn from the scriptures so that you can use it as a means of making your livelihood is considered illegitimate, improper. So this person was very wise, very knowledgeable, very well studied, but he didn't have respect. And Srivas came to hear the Bhagavatam, and hearing the beautiful descriptions of Krishna Lila in Vrindavan, pastimes with the gopis, pastimes with the cowherd boys, he began to faint, and he fell on the ground in ecstasy, and hairs were standing on end, his voice was choked up, he was crying tears of ecstasy. And this Pandit's followers, hey, why are you disturbing the class? Get him out. And they picked him out and roughly threw him outside the whole program Pandal arena. The Lord was very unhappy. Later on, this person, when Lord Chaitanya was manifesting his powers of his incarnation, this person wanted his mercy, his love and forgiveness, and Lord Chaitanya was very disturbed. No. He said, the worst thing you can do is disturb, attack, harm my devotees. He said, I will never forgive you. Sometimes we've seen the Vaishnavas. Vaishnavas are very gentle, very soft. Everyone thinks, Vaishnavas are very soft and gentle. When you know them, soft and gentle is there for your own cubs, for good people and for everyone. But if anyone is against the devotees, then Nrsingadev's mood will appear. And that is ferocious. One time, someone was disturbing brahmacharis, disturbing the devotees. Big, strong, powerful devotees. Who is qualified to eat, who is not qualified to eat? This program is going on. Prabhuji had paid for all the festival, Navadvip, not taking any donations. All the donations are going into our life savings accounts for the festival. People are paying for food, but all that money goes into our savings. And what the Vaishnavas are using is their own lifeblood, hard work, collecting and feeding thousands of people. And then these two young brahmacharis, very simple, humble young brahmacharis in saffron, working from like 4 a.m. to 10 p.m., went for dinner, Hey, this is the Western tent. That was the only prasadam left. And the Western tent had special guards. Why? They had bread. We started making bread. Who was making the bread? Kokil Prabhu? And were you there? Some other. You were there.
All there.
Everyone was there. Basanta, remember?
I was there.
Remember?
It was Prem Pradeep.
Yeah.
He was
And
very-
Abai. Imagine little Prem, how old? Like
He
13.
was still white.
Oh yeah, he was still white. He didn't have his bracelet. Didn't have his.
Actually, he came in a gumshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was working all day.
Working all day. Just, can I have, we cooked it, we cut it, we cleaned the pots. Where's your bracelet? Where's your tag? Where's your GPS? No prasadam. Anybody see it firsthand?
I was there.
Oh.
So scary.
You saw it firsthand.
Yeah.
What was it like? Tell everybody what it was like.
There's no words to describe that power and that anger.
Pure. If we say anger, don't be angry. Angry is not good. Narottam Das Thakur said, be angry for the right things. Have a desire for the right things. Just learn how to channel it. And the Vaishnavas use this like fire hydrant when there's a big fire.
I don't want to know.
You both saw it firsthand, right? No words. The reason we say there were no words because there was actually no words.
It's like the earth had sunk, like that.
There's stories of it. Krishna Karunya Maharaj, there was another example of someone who had cheated Gurudev and stolen Gurudev's money that was for the festival, the whole thing, right? You saw that one also? No, you didn't see that one. So Krishna Karunya Maharaj had it on film. But right afterwards, he saw the camera broke. During the filming of it, the camera broke. Too powerful. It's finished. So in this kind of form, no words even come out. Then after some time, words come out. He's even afraid of invoking that.
I just feel humble.
He said, I think this was another day or something. I think it was like towards the end of it. And he said, in a million lifetimes, you won't get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. He said, this is not Mahaprabhu's movement. Mahaprabhu's movement is for everyone. Mahaprabhu's movement is for everyone. You're a controller. It was the whole thing. Anyhow, they saw it. I heard about it. I was cooking at that time. I was cooking dinner for that personality. Please take prasad. Said Prabhuji rode back on the rickshaw that day, and whoever was there with him was... We've seen that 4, 5, 6, 7 times, 8, 9 times. But that was the most, I think. That was the most. There was another time, the one that the camera broke, they said it was so bad, everyone started running. In the end, it was just the one focus of energy. It happened one time in Vrindavan, in Anandadham. That's another good story. Great story. I was in the Jagannath, again, I'm cooking dinner. I was cooking dinner at a temple like 5 kilometers away, and Nitin called me on the phone. Listen to this. And all you could hear was... He said, come over. So I got on a rickshaw and I got there. And when I got there, I looked in the door and it was going... This time someone came in to complain. Big, wealthy, multi-millionaire in India. And trying to chastise, control, disturb the devotees. He came to Prabhuji with a whole list of complaints. And he said, Dear Prabhuji, first half of one sentence of, and open the gate of divine purification. Went for like 2 hours. And then afterwards they were sitting together and pacifying why this person had some capacity to absorb mercy in that way. And people think you can imitate, you cannot imitate. Imitation is very dangerous. They say never try to imitate Vaishnavas. You follow, serve, surrender. Don't try to imitate. Imitation is called anukaran, very dangerous. Following, anusharan, very good. So anyhow, this person who got in trouble in Navadvip, millions of lifetimes you won't get the mercy of Nityananda, he said, if. There's always an if. That means there's always a chance for rectification. You always have some grace. But first you have to understand really what you did. And people are very stubborn. They don't like to understand they did wrong. That's why sometimes I saw it once. We don't want to get into these stories. It's dangerous. Like things can catch fire. It's very dangerous. There was another person. We won't even tell this story. Let's just move on. So sometimes Nityananda, you want the story? You want to hear it? Yeah. There was a sevak. Oh, I'm very good serving. I'll tell two stories along this line. But then we're not going to get to the next Leela, but we'll have to wait till tomorrow, no problem. There's a story of Gurudev's time. There was a pujari, very nice boy. Oh, I want to be pujari. Gurudev, can I be pujari? And he was doing Mangalarti. Before Mangalarti, he was showered, clean, tilak, chanted 16 rounds. There first, he wanted to, when Gurudev was up, sometimes Gurudev gets up at 2:30, 2 in the morning, and he was there already chanting. Gurudev, please, can I be pujari? Please, can I be pujari? I don't know, ask Naveen Krishna, ask Suvananda, ask Sukhananda, ask Premananda. So finally he got the position of being pujari. He was very happy. He was the best pujari anyone had ever seen. Dressed clean, perfect, did arti perfectly. Made garlands amazingly exquisite. One day, 5 months later, everyone came to Mangalarti. What's happened? Where's the pujari? No Mangalarti? 5:30. Everyone, not only was he a great pujari, but he would serve all the devotees. How are you? He would wash their clothes of all the seniors. Can I bring you prasadam? Very perfect devotee, perfect brahmachari. So everyone was worried, oh, he must be sick, go check on his room. Oh, he's not there. Maybe he's out bathing somewhere, oh, he's not there. Everyone was crying and worried, and Gurudev was smiling. Gurudev understood some leelas going on. 6:30, then he said, okay, you go do the arti. So someone else went and did the arti. When they opened the curtains, Thakurji was practically naked. No necklaces, no bangles, no ankle bells, no nice clothes, just Thakurji sitting there. Why? This nice pujari tried to steal everything. Packed up the suitcases late at night and borrowed the key. Why? Oh, I go to the Jamuna in the morning. Can I borrow the keys tonight? And he packed up 5, 6, all the nice clothes, all the nice jewelry, all the gold, everything. And a few months later, a letter came to Keshavji Gaudiya Math. Dear Srila Narayan Maharaj, for 6 months I worked so hard. Why? I thought Thakurji had gold and silver jewelry. When I stole everything and I came to the market, they told me it was all fake gold. Fake silver. I wasted all my time. All those days I did arti. All those days I washed the seniors' clothes. I woke up before Mangalarti and chanted japa so that everyone would trust me and give me the key to the temple room and give me the key to the gate. Right? Because Mathura Mat was like a castle. Only 2 ways out. At nighttime, 10 o'clock is locked, and there was one old Baba who gets to keep the key. Like 90-year-old Baba. I lived in Mathura from 2005. We lived in Govardhan, then 2000 winter. Anyhow, like 7-8 years. And Mangalarti, before morning class, there was this old Baba. He was in charge of the keys. And he would do morning kirtan, and this is how he would do it. Okay? Na, na, na. For 1 hour. And then class would start. So you had to get the key from this person. Right? Like Zelda, right? Imagine Madan had to get the key from this person. No, you had to get the key from the custodian, guardian. So he had to show he's very good, very trustworthy. So this is one story. So then, this was probably 2010, 7 or 8, Navadvip. There was a young, nice, simple, sweet, very good young brahmachari doing everything properly, serving. And we were in the middle of one of those early Navadvip festivals. A lot of expense. Anyone who manages festivals, Mohan, Basanta, Prema, everyone here, right? You all know how expensive it is to manage these festivals. And you have your money that you have saved to buy the food. And so Prabhuji is paying for 15,000 people in the festival. Not only that, all the arrangements, emergencies, medicine, and all that money is there in his room, in a hidden place. And who knows where that is? Sevak. He has the key, trusted. Why? 2-3 years patiently serving, nicely doing bhajan. Hi, Mohini. She said she likes Harikatha sometimes, right? We're almost finished. 5 minutes. Okay. Almost finished. So one day in the middle of Parikrama, all the money's gone and this boy's gone. And we had our own version of the CIA. Anybody know who this was? I'm not going to say the name. It's a dangerous name. Two brahmacharis who were like, the grand inquisitors. They went and searched for this person for months and months and months and months.
No, I know this story.
Yeah. Two. Very dangerous people. They hunted for this person for 6 months. Couldn't find him. All throughout India. Many years later, one of the main assistants in the temple of Prabhuji, it's a complicated story and I don't know how much I'm supposed to talk about. Anyhow, this person was found in some far off temple, because when you run out of the money, what are you going to do? Go to the next mark, perhaps? Go to the next mark. Oh, I'm a nice new brahmachari. Have you ever been in another temple? No. And by chance, one of the devotees, one of the sevaks, the assistants, was visiting that temple and saw this person there. So you imagine you found that person. What would you do? Say hello. You wouldn't want to meet Mohan in a dark alley. So you met him in the temple. Imagine that eye-to-eye meeting.
Just a big change.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Eye-to-eye connection. In front of everyone, what can he do? So he said, oh, come. Nice to see you. Let's go see Prabhuji. So I was there. What was I doing? Cooking? I was cooking lunch. And the strong person, Jammu Kashmir, this devotee who brought him, Jammu Kashmir, that's where the Indian warriors come from. The hardcore warriors, the strongest warriors from India come from Kashmir. They're on the borderline defending India from China. It's very strong people. So they brought this boy, put him in the corner of the room, and he was just... And Prabhuji let him sweat for like 3 hours. Didn't go see him, he just let him sweat. Everything was dry, like 10 saunas. Right? You've been to the sauna. He was sitting there, no need external sauna, internal sauna. All his sweat, blood, everything was dry. And Prabhuji only came out when he had to go to Gurudev's program. So it was like, all right, program time, I have to go to the kitchen to work. So he came out, and the person wanted to talk to Prabhuji. Oh, Prabhuji, I'm sorry, this, that. Prabhuji just ghosted him. But then he had some words afterwards. Words I cannot repeat. Too strong. Too painful. There's always some remedy you can hope. But it's very dangerous. Guru se kapat, mitra se bair, ye anda, ye kor. The reason I'm telling these stories is a prelude to some spicy Gauranga Mahaprabhu stories. But we'll see if we can finish with Srivas' story. Be very careful not to offend the Vaishnavas. Have honor for the Vaishnavas. Lord Chaitanya said, don't offend any living entity. Jive Saman, honor all living entities, knowing that God resides in their heart, but especially Vaishnavas, the dear devotees of the Lord, you should not offend, you should not attack, you should not criticize, you should not harm. Be very careful. This can destroy your creeper of devotion. So this boy was very dangerous. He didn't yell at this one. He just, sometimes words are enough. Just a few words, very potent, medicinal words. I'll tell you later. Painful though. Anyhow, I'm sure God rest his soul somewhere. Anyhow, Haribo. There's always a remedy if we're ready. So Mahaprabhu was very angry at this person who had offended Srivas. He was complicit even. He didn't even do it himself, but he let it happen. When they are chastising and beating, and Srivas is showing his ecstatic love of God, it's said that in the mood of Narad Muni is ecstatic love of God. And so Srivas was exhibiting this ecstatic love of God. And you're in a conference where the goal is love of God, and someone is exhibiting it in a pure way. And you're attacking, ridiculing, throwing this person out in the dirt and the dust. Lord Chaitanya was very angry. When this person was asking for mercy, Lord Chaitanya was very strong. We think Lord Chaitanya is so merciful, everyone can get his mercy. It's not so easy. If your heart is contaminated, then some purification is there. That is Lord Chaitanya's mercy. That purification is also mercy. Cheto Darpana Marjana. There's two ways you can purify. Through your own tears or through strong chastisement. And then tears. But hopefully tears without the chastisement part is easier. So, Lord Chaitanya was giving his mercy to everyone. I'll finish with one more story, last story. And it's a tough cliffhanger, but anyhow, this is the point we got up to. So we'll see what we get to. Adwaita Acharya. So much love, Adwaita Acharya. But Adwaita Acharya had one person who was a little disturbed with him. Sachimata. Adwaita Acharya's pure love. But he was preaching so nicely, and Sachimata had two sons. Elder son Vishwarup. And when Nimai was just a baby, Vishwarup was a young boy, and every day he would go and see Adwaita Acharya. Because he is a very dear form of the Lord, expansion of the Lord. Vishwarup is also, and they like each other. They would sit and hear Bhagavat together. They would do Gita together. They would sit and do Kirtan Katha together. And Sachimata allowed. But when Vishwarup became a young man, he took sannyas and left. And it broke Sachimata's heart. And then shortly after, her husband, Jagannath Mishra, also left. And she was very afraid. Because Nimai also liked Adwaita Acharya. Nimai would go and hear Harikatha. And Adwaita Acharya had called him to come. And so he would like to go and see his dear devotee. He would go, and Adwaita Acharya would speak Harikatha, and Sachimata would say, don't go to see Adwaita Acharya. Don't go to see Adwaita Acharya. She didn't like it. He is not Adwaita, he is Dvaita. Advaita means to unite, and Dvaita means to divide. And no, he is not uniting us, he is not keeping us together, he is dividing us, separating us. Sachimata was disturbed. Who is Sachimata, the mother of the Lord? How exalted, how great is she? Adwaita never took any offense. He was never disturbed. Why? He worshipped her. The tulsi he would offer would go upstream and go to her belly because that is where the Lord was appearing. So he honored her as Devi. But she was a little... Sometimes we have to be careful. Offense may come out of fear. Different topic. But... out of anxiety, out of pain. And we shouldn't think she never made any offense. But Lord Chaitanya thought, I have to give some instruction for the whole world. That why have I come? What have I come to give? What is the speciality of that? And when Lord Chaitanya manifested prem, another story, right? Nityananda Prabhu came and met Lord Chaitanya, and it was at that time ecstatic love of God flooded in all directions. Lord Chaitanya manifested his full form of Godhead. He performed what we called the 21 hours of ecstatic, the 21 hours ecstasies. He showed that all incarnations were in him. He showed to Murari Gupta, another associate, how he was like Lord Ram. Murari Gupta was a devotee of Ram, like Hanuman. Hanuman also came in these pastimes. All the different associates of Lord came, all the different Leelas, they all came together for Gaur Leela. And so Lord Chaitanya showed, I am Ram. Lord Chaitanya showed, I am Varaha. I am... Oh, yeah, he also showed Varaha's incarnation. And then he started giving praying to everyone. He even showed his form as Rukmini, goddess of fortune. Another very sweet pastime we won't tell now. Everything was there with Mahaprabhu. He was giving love, pure praying to everyone. Everyone was weeping in ecstasy. But Sachimata was waiting. When will I taste that pure love? When will I experience that praying? And Lord Chaitanya was saying, no. Why? You had some doubt, some disturbance for Adwaita Acharya. And she was thinking, how will he accept my pranams? Anytime she would try to go to offer him pranam, he would offer her pranam. He had so much respect for her, he never kept anything in his heart. But one time when Lord Nityananda, Gadadhar, Adwaita all began dancing, even when they were dancing in Srivas Angan for 1 year, Sachimata wasn't entering. They kept it very hidden. It was very selective who could come. You have to be very careful. In the beginning, right? It's very selective. But after, when they started coming out in the streets, they did this beautiful procession to Chandkazi with torches, doing Nam Sankirtan. After that, they began doing Nam Hattas in every house. After that pastime, when they came out, the chronology is actually, one time a brahmachari snuck in. He was only eating milk. And Lord Chaitanya gave him mercy, but first chastised him because he was trying to do it the wrong way. But he gave him mercy, and then afterwards he said, give everyone this Nam Sankirtan, and everyone should practice this in their homes. Every home should become a temple. And every home becomes a temple by one simple process, just do kirtan. Even once a month, 2 times a year, 4 times a year, every home do some kirtan. This becomes a temple, and Lord Chaitanya is happy. He said, Namahatta, practice this, home, temple, kirtan. So he started that program, and when they started this kirtan like that, then one time they were all in ecstasy, chanting and dancing, and they fell senseless in ecstasy. Lord Baladev as Nityananda, Mahasankarshan, Adwaita Acharya, Shadashiva, Vishnu, Lord Chaitanya, Radha Krishna combined incarnation, they all fainted in ecstasy. Gadadhar Pandit, Srimati Radhika, then Swarup Damodar was there, Lita Saki, all their different intimate associates, Mukunda, Vasu Ghosh, Murari Gupta, so many other associates, Vasudev Vipra. Sachimata came and took the dust, the lotus feet of Adwaita Acharya, took it on her head, and Mahaprabhu was very happy. Oh, praying, gave her everything. Why? Now she's ready for me to take sannyas. That's why he gave that lila. First, she has to forgive Adwaita Acharya so that she can tolerate Nimai will take sannyas. Not so easy sannyas. Don't worry, I won't give Vasanta sannyas. I am not qualified. Gurudev also will not give. No sannyas. You want? Prabhuji, Basanta's ready. Sannyas.
You have to ask Shifu.
I am younger brother, but Prabhuji, Gurudev. But in Panchatattva, who is most merciful for us, right? Srivas Pandit, Adwaita Acharya, householder, taking care of everyone. That's important, right? Of the Panchatattva, 2 householders. Whole life. They took care of all devotees. In Gaur Lila, sannyas, householder, one is not higher than the other. Everyone is equal. We're all equal. Just simple devotees. No higher or lower. We're not thinking higher, lower, this or that. Other institutions may have that theory. But in practice, Everyone is simple, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. But Lord Chaitanya had to take sannyas. Lord Chaitanya had to take sannyas. And so he had to prepare Sachimata. First you forgive Adwaita Acharya. Your one son took sannyas, and I also, better Vishwarup didn't take sannyas than I could take sannyas, but I can't control him. He's my elder brother, he already took sannyas. But Lord Chaitanya was thinking, I will take sannyas, I will take sannyas, I will take sannyas. Before he took sannyas, so many sweet pastimes. But he came to Vishnu Priya. He was very gentle. Before he wouldn't even spend so much time with her, but the day before he took sannyas, very gentle. He talked with her very sweetly. Said, you can imagine like Radharani consoling the gopis or the gopis consoling Radharani. Very gentle, very soft. And he spoke with Sachimata, spoke with Vishnu Priya, but he made up his mind, I will take sannyas. And so that night, offering pranam, Vishnu Priya sleeping, Sachimata knew she was waiting outside. We'll have to leave this on a cliffhanger. What is the conversation between Lord Chaitanya and Sachimata? And how did he take sannyas, offering pranam, doing 3 prikrama? Who did he tell? Who did he go with? What happened next? We'll hear next time. Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bol.